Welcome to our beloved hospital's 50th anniversary staff celebrations. You could give yourselves a round of applause. What a journey, what a legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And of course, everyone, you have earned your right to be here in this moment right now. As most of you may know, I'm Satish Raghu, the General Manager Operations of the hospital, and it is my pleasure and honor to serve as one of the hosts for this evening's program. When I came to India, I had to start from nothing, and it was this hospital that gave me my first opportunity to serve in this country with an open mind and an open heart. For that very reason, I stand here before you, feeling so humbled and grateful, happy to serve as a sitting unit head and host for this hospital's 50th anniversary celebrations. Now, as I've said before, I will not be doing this alone. So, our hospital's got talent aplenty, as you would see very soon. I invite with me on the stage none other than our very own senior physiotherapist, Dr. Shubkarman Kaur. Please give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't she look amazing tonight? Now, Shubhi, as we call her, has been with the hospital for almost 10 years. And from what you see, she's not even aged a day. And what continues to be one of the strongest voices of the hospital, hers that is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show some love.
You've made my evening already, Satish. Thank you. Hello audience, good evening and a very warm welcome to this beautiful evening as we celebrate a milestone, 50 years of excellence, dedication and compassion at Udai Omni Hospital. Over these 5 decades, this institution has evolved from a humble beginning into one of the most trusted names in healthcare, serving not just Hyderabad, but patients from far and wide. Udai Omni Hospital is one of the pioneer centers of excellence in India, where some of the best minds and craftsmen of their skill work day and night to provide tertiary care to the victims of trauma and roadside accidents. As we reflect on the journey of our hospital, is not just the passage of time that we are celebrating, but we are also honoring the countless lives touched, the breakthroughs in patient care, and the relentless pursuit of medical excellence that have been the foundation of our growth. Since its inception, Udai Omni Hospital has been guided by the vision of compassionate care coupled with cutting-edge medical practices. What began with a small team has now blossomed into a multi-specialty hospital with a reputation for delivering world-class healthcare. This legacy is not just built by bricks and mortar, but by the hands and hearts and minds of those who work tirelessly every day. Our doctors, nurses, therapists, and the entire support staff. I would like to take a moment to honor Dr. Ved Prakash, the founder of this hospital. His unwavering commitment to patient welfare and medical ethics set the stage for what we have achieved today. However, as the saying goes, behind every successful man, there's a woman. So today we would like to pay a loving tribute to Mrs. Indumati, whose support, strength and wisdom played an integral role in helping him realize his dreams for this hospital. Her contribution on the field and also behind the scenes were pivotal in shaping the values and nurturing spirit that guides us to this day.
I mentioned before that celebrating 5 decades of healing, medical excellence and patient care is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So, I'm inviting everyone to please sit back, make yourselves comfortable as we journey back in time together to relive some of the magical moments of our hospital and its people during its 50-year journey. Let's see if you can recognize some of the faces and places featured. I present to you a visual treat celebrating 5 decades of healing. Dr. Chari, Dr. Dutt. Yes, this session was covered by the BBC folks. You recognize Dr. Chari?
उदय क्लिनिक और उदय आमनी के पूरे स्टाफ आज ये सेलिब्रेशन के लिए आए हुए हैं और मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ कि आप लोग यहाँ पे आ करके एंजॉय करेंगे और 50 साल दवाखाने के थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है कि जो है ये नए दवाखाने से पहले 6 या 7 साल पहले हम लोग एक रेंटेड बिल्डिंग में थे और जब पूरा हॉस्पिटल उस वक्त बगुलकुंटा में था, बगुलकुंटा में, और वो जाना जाता था बगुलकुंटा का हड्डी का दवाखाना। मेरे आने से पहले हैदराबाद में प्राइवेट ऑर्थोपेडिक सर्विस थी ही नहीं। निजाम्स ऑर्थोपेडिक हॉस्पिटल था, तो मेरे चीफ ने कहा कि डॉक्टर रंगा रेड्डी, ओल्ड रंगा, he said, he has opened a hospital in orthopedics, why don't you go and join there? And भाइयों बहनों, ये जब मैं मेरे प्रोफेसर से पूछा कि आपने क्यों हम लोगों को इतनी मदद पहुंचाई, तो जो छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, तो वही बोले कि एग्जैक्टली हमारे लोग तो यहाँ से निकल करके कनाडा और जो है अमेरिका चले जाते हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया चले जाते हैं, मगर आप लोगों को बहुत चैलेंजेस है। इसलिए मैं एक आदमी को ट्रेन करे तो शायद, यानी अंग्रेजी में उन्होंने कहा, डोंट यू हैव बिगर चैलेंजेस। So I couldn't understand immediately, being a young man at that time, in 20s, 30s, not even 30s, it was late 20s, 30s, yes, 30s. तो यहाँ पे आने के बाद में पता चला कि ऑर्थोपेडिक्स में किसी ने प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस करने की जरूरत ही नहीं की, कोशिश भी नहीं की, क्योंकि फ्रैक्चर्स को प्राइवेटली ट्रीट करना और फिर इन्फेक्शन न होना इम्पॉसिबल था। तो पहले से मुझे मदद मिली इंदू जी की, मेरी वाइफ, जो was good house mistress, and she managed the house so well, and she took interest in not only looking after, but she also used to be my used to sterilize instruments and all that as early as that. Or you will not believe our instruments were sterilizing very small sterilizers, and to start with we did it in what the ladies cook, a big one, rice and all that. We used that. So it was a very primitive state. No one knew orthopedics how. तो orthopedics नाम भी नहीं पता था, हड्डी का दवाखाना बस इतना ही। अब उससे बढ़ करके फिर कुछ दिनों में ये जो लास्ट हॉस्पिटल के पिक्चर देखे वो शुरू हुआ। तो मैंने उदय क्लिनिक नाम इसलिए रखा कि हॉस्पिटल छोटा था, 6 बेड से शुरू हुआ, फिर 8 बेड हो गए, फिर 10 हो गए, फिर 18 हो गए। तो फिर मैं सोचा कि लोगों को इतना इंटरेस्ट है प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस का, तो उनको जो है अच्छी जगह चाहिए ट्रीटमेंट की, इसलिए नया दवाखाना खुला। ये नया दवाखाना खुलने के बाद में ये एक ही दवाखाना था जो तकरीबन 10, 15, 20 साल तक सिवाय उदय क्लिनिक के लोगों को हैदराबाद के पता ही नहीं था कि ऑर्थोपेडिक्स और कहाँ होता है। निज़ाम हॉस्पिटल में जाते थे, मैं निज़ाम हॉस्पिटल में उनको उतनी सहूलत नहीं मिलती थी, लोग बराबर बात नहीं करते थे, डॉक्टर्स बहुत थे, पेशेंट्स बहुत थे, और फ्री पेशेंट्स मालूम है कि जहाँ पे फ्री चीज़ होती है वहाँ पे केयर बहुत कम होता है। इसीलिए मेरे जो सप्लाई चेन थी वो गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल और निज़ाम ऑर्थोपेडिक हॉस्पिटल ही थे। तो ये जो है तीनों, गांधी हॉस्पिटल, उस्मानिया हॉस्पिटल और निज़ाम ऑर्थोपेडिक, इनके खराब हुए केसेस मेरे जुम्मा था वो करने का। आई वॉज रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर देम। देन इवेंचुअली एज इट हैपन मुझे वही काम करना पड़ा, लेकिन मैं ये रियलाइज किया कि देयर इज समथिंग बिहाइंड यू, आपके पीछे कोई पावर है। तो मैं एक दिन जब ये समझा, और मेरी ट्रेनिंग आप पिक्चर से देखे होंगे, न सिर्फ ऑर्थोपेडिक डॉक्टर्स थे, मेरे प्रोफेसर्स थे और मेरे गुरु भी थे। उन्होंने एक दिन कहा कि आप जो करते हो वो आप नहीं करते हो, आपके अंदर जो पावर है वो करता है। और जिस दिन मैं सोचा कि मैंने नहीं किया,
Wisdom with us, Dr. Prakash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up once again for our amazing chairman. A round of applause, all of you. And dance takes the spotlight now. Mind you, this is no ordinary dance. It's a group piece featuring 5 talented young ladies of our nursing team. Allow me to introduce them in random order. Deepika and Sirisha hail from Khammam and have been learning dance since 5th standard. It is a deep passion of theirs. Varangals, Vanilla and Akhila are dance lovers who are both self-taught.
से ज़्यादा मैं क्या बोलूं? 50 ఏళ్ళు నిండినాయి ఉదయ్ ఆమ్ని హాస్పిటల్. అందులో నేను 39 ఏళ్ళు ఈ హాస్పిటల్తో కలిసి ఉన్నాను. మధ్యలో కొద్ది రోజులు కొన్ని సంవత్సరాలు దేశంలో లేను. ఒక చిన్న విషయం నాకు గుర్తు వస్తుంది. ఈరోజు ఇప్పుడు చూస్తే సడన్గా నన్ను మాట్లాడమన్నారు. 1985లో ఉదయ్ ఆమ్ని హాస్పిటల్లో మన ఈ డాక్టర్స్ గోవింద్ లాగా కార్తీక్ లాగా నేను కూడా చేరాను. డాక్టర్ వేద్ ప్రకాష్ గారు నాకు ఎప్పుడు ఒక టీచర్ లాగానే, మోర్ దాన్ ఎ ఫాదర్, ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ ఏ టీచర్ టు మీ ఈవెన్ టిల్ టుడే. ఆ రోజుల్లో నేను మహబూబ్ నగర్ వెళ్ళేవాడిని నెలకు 2 సార్లు. హైదరాబాద్లో ప్రాక్టీస్ నేను ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు. మహబూబ్ నగర్లో నా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరూ కాకతీయ మెడికల్ కాలేజ్లో పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్, వాళ్ళందరూ రమ్మంటే వెళ్ళేవాడిని. అప్పుడు ఒకరోజు ఎస్డి డ్రైవ్ చేసేవాడిని, ఎస్డి మోటార్ సైకిల్. అక్కడ ఒక పెద్ద చెట్టు ఉన్నది, మర్రి చెట్టు. అది నాకు ఈరోజు గుర్తుకు వచ్చింది. చిన్న ఈ మర్రి చెట్టు కొన్ని వందల ఏళ్ళది, మీరు ఎవరైనా చూడాలి. అది చాలా గొప్ప చెట్టు. అది దాన్ని మన రాష్ట్రం పరిరక్షిస్తుంది. చిన్న విత్తనం, అది చిన్న మొక్క అయింది, అది పెద్దగా అయి దాని వేర్లు పెద్దగా అయి కొన్ని వందల ఏళ్ళు అది నిలిచింది. అదేవిధంగా మన ఉదయ్ ఆమ్ని హాస్పిటల్ దవాఖానా అంటాం, ఆసుపత్రి అంటాం తెలుగులో. 50 ఏండ్లు, తర్వాత 100 ఏండ్లు, తర్వాత 400 ఏండ్లు ఉండాలి. వేద్ ప్రకాష్ గారు, తర్వాత మేము, చారి గారు, శాస్త్రి గారు, తర్వాత ఉదయ్ ప్రకాష్, ఫ్యూచర్ డాక్టర్స్ అందరూ కలిసి ఒక కుటుంబంగా ఈ హాస్పిటల్ని ఇంకా ప్రజలకు సేవలు చేసేటట్టుగా చేయాలి. మన హాస్పిటల్ గొప్పతనం ఏంటంటే నిజాయితీతనం. మనం తెలుసుండి ఎప్పుడూ ఒక తప్పుగా అనవసరమైన పరీక్షలు చేయడం కానీ, అనవసరమైన ఆపరేషన్స్ చేయడం కానీ, పేషెంట్లకు ఎక్కువ బిల్స్ ఇవ్వడం కానీ ఇటువంటి పనులు చేయలేదు. మన చేతనైనంత మనము పేషెంట్స్కు సహాయం చేశాము ఆర్థికంగా. మన యొక్క పబ్లికేషన్స్, ప్రెజెంటేషన్స్, లెక్చర్స్, కాన్ఫరెన్సెస్, పేషెంట్ సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ రేట్స్, అదే ఈ హాస్పిటల్ యొక్క ప్రూఫ్, దీని గొప్పతనం. దీనికి కారణం డాక్టర్లు, నర్సెస్, వార్డ్ బాయ్స్, పోర్టర్స్, అంబులెన్స్ డ్రైవర్స్, అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్స్, కాల్ సెంటర్ స్టాఫ్, అకౌంట్స్ పీపుల్, ఎంతమంది దీంట్లో కలిస్తే ఈ హాస్పిటల్ ఈ స్థాయికి వచ్చింది. ఇదే విధంగా మనందరం కలిసిమెలిసి ఇంకా చాలా ఏళ్ళు పనిచేయాలి. మనందరం కూడా ఇదే విధంగా నిజాయితీగా, క్రమశిక్షణతోటి ఇంకా ఈ హాస్పిటల్ ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్ళాలి. దీనివల్ల లాభం మన దేశానికి, అది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. మన పేషెంట్స్కి బాగా మనం ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఇస్తే మన దేశంలోని ప్రజల ఆరోగ్యం బాగుంటుంది. వాళ్ళ ఆరోగ్యం బాగుంటే దేశం ఇంకా ముందుకు పోతుంది. నేను చిన్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఆలియా స్కూల్ మీకు అందరికీ తెలుసు, పక్కనే ఉన్నది. మాకు తెలుగు మాస్టర్ ఒక పద్యం చెప్పారు. ఉప్పు కర్పూరంబు ఒక్క పోలిక నుండి, సాల్ట్ అండ్ క్యాంఫర్ లుక్ అలైక్. దాని లాస్ట్ వర్డ్ ఏంటంటే పురుషులందు పుణ్య పురుషులు వేరే. ఆ పుణ్య పురుషుడు డాక్టర్ వేద్ ప్రకాష్. అందరం పుడతాం, అందరం పని చేస్తాం, అందరం డాక్టర్లు అవుతాం, ఇంజనీర్లు అవుతాం, అకౌంట్స్ వాళ్ళం అవుతాం, లాయర్స్ అవుతాం, బిజినెస్ అవుతాం, కానీ పుణ్య పురుషులు కాలేము. వారి యొక్క నేను చాలా అదృష్టవంతుని, వారి దగ్గర చాలా ఆర్థోపెడిక్స్ నా ట్రైనింగ్ అంతా వారి దగ్గర నేర్చుకున్నాను. వారు నన్ను గుర్తించి నన్ను బయట దేశాలకు స్పైన్ సర్జరీకి పంపించారు. సో ఒక గురువు ఒక శిష్యుడి యొక్క టాలెంట్ని తెలుసుకుని అతని అభివృద్ధికి ఎలాగైతే కారణమయ్యాడు, అదేవిధంగా ఉదయ్ ఆమ్ని కూడా డాక్టర్లే కాదు, నర్సులే కాదు, వేరే అందరి స్టాఫ్కి కూడా మీ యొక్క టాలెంట్ని గుర్తించి మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ కూడా మాతో కలిసి అభివృద్ధి చెందేటందుకు, హాయిగా ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండేటందుకు మేము అందరం కృషి చేస్తాం. సర్వోజన సుఖినో భవంతు, అదే మన ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ చెప్పారు, సబ్కే సాత్ సబ్కా వికాస్. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, చెప్పడం కాదు స్పీచెస్. తప్పకుండా యాజమాన్యం తరఫున మీ అందరికీ కొద్దిగా ఇప్పుడు మన హాస్పిటల్ కుదుటపడుతుంది. మీ అందరి యొక్క క్షేమాన్ని ఆర్థికంగా కానీ మానసికంగా కానీ తప్పకుండా మేమందరం మీ వెంట మేము.
Dr. Dutt, for your continued encouragement and guidance. I find it refreshing that we have a Telugu speaker here on the stage this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer has actually already graced our stage. We've seen the magic that she's done in the invocation.
hospital as much as I do. I think we've had Hindi, Telugu, and I'm quite comfortable with English, so I hope it's okay. All right? So I'm not going to give you, I think you've had enough gyan and enough observations of the last 50 years, but I'll just say a couple of memories over the last 50 years, out of which I think I've been associated with the hospital for roughly half its time, and half the time I was away. And I remember as my dad was setting up the old clinic, we used to run riot as kids. I don't know how he worked in the ground floor. When we were running riot on the first floor, all the kids, all the cousins, all the friends used to just gather on the first floor. The bottom floor was the hospital. And I don't know how the patients coped with us. And it was just mayhem all the time. And I remember once my father came up to the rooftop as we were flying kites, because someone had complained to him that he's being irresponsible and can fall off the roof. So I got quite a bit of a hiding that evening. I remember that that evening very well. But the masti continued, didn't stop there. So those were very fond memories of the old hospital and when we were growing up. And of course the new hospital, by which I mean the old and the new Udai clinic in opposite the Red Rose, was being built with all the hard work and the sweat, and Dr. Ved Prakash and my mother, relentless, absolutely relentless work day in, day out. And some of the memories include my mother sterilizing instruments, packing for CSSD, for sterility, for sterile services. And she was literally everything that the hospital now requires 250 people for. She did, she did it with just a few hands. Sorry, you were saying something. Yes, and plasters. And then we had Akbar Hussain, I remember very well, who was my dad's right-hand man. And then, of course, Sister Hemlata, and then gradually we increased in staff slowly from, I think just a handful, maybe about 5 or 6 members, 2 or 3 nurses, and then gradually about 6 beds, and then 12 beds, and then 25 beds. And then we started seeing talents coming in and joining us. And in those days, I think there were very few private hospitals that people felt cared so much for. And my dad's natural style is to make every patient a friend. And unfortunately, that talent is also creeping into me, where I spend so much time just talking rubbish to my patients about life in general, not just about what they came in for. So I think Chaitanya and Shali know that very well, and they keep nudging me to speed up a little bit. But anyway, those were some memories, and then I went off to England, and I remember Raghav Dutt has just joined. Sorry, before that was Miss Dr. Chari and Dr. Shastri, but then young dashing Dr. Raghav Dutt joined, and then soon he mesmerized my sister Pratima, and then they and they soon got married. I think that was 88. And after that, he was in England with Pratima. And they had this lovely daughter, Soumya. And then I was just about struggling through my medical school then. Somehow managed to pass and spent a year enjoying my life in Hyderabad and Osmania, doing my internship. And then worked bloody hard to get into the English training system. And once I was there, 23 years of my work, training and consultant job in the UK. But then came back, and then we wanted to move on from where we were. I used to come every year as a consultant, and we used to do this really complex hip and knee cases, and it was quite difficult because at that time, I'm talking about 2003 onwards, when I had just become a consultant. And I think Pawan was there. You joined soon after that, and we used to do a lot of cases together. And then Dr. Shastri was there. All these complex cases that Dad used to accumulate for me, and it was fun though. It was early days of joint replacement, complex joint replacement, not primary joint replacement, and that slowly sort of made me to think that I should come back at some point. But that was the difficult bit, when to come back. And but eventually I did, and then we met when we met Surya, and then we formed Udai Omni, and then rest is history. And then all these wonderful people joined over the years. The passion that she saw in Dr. Ved Prakash and Mrs. Indumati, and I remember she was being interviewed by Mrs. Indumati, I think at that time, in that small room. And that photograph was not shown, where she used to sit in the small room and she used to interview everybody and give them a hard time. Charudat. Charudat was one of the earliest physiotherapists we had, and one of the most dedicated physiotherapists we had for a long time. And to this day, I have so many friends who remember him. Charudat, give us your thoughts about the 50 years of Udai Omni.
No, thank you very much. I'll give a speech later on. Okay, thank you.
No speech, just 2 words. There is no time for speeches.
Okay, I work here almost...
You've just formed this memory, that's all.
Memory, there so many memories are there.
Yeah.
So I remember only one thing, with Prakash sir and Indu madam, they are very good with me and they treated me like a family members. Okay, that's a very good thing.
Thank you so much. And I'll move on. Bijay actually is the head of billing, and he would have been humbled had he seen Miss Lakshmi, who used to work with us before, I think years before Bijay joined. Satyanarayan would remember her very well. And she single-handedly sorted billing for the old hospital. And she gave patients a very hard time. You didn't see her. So anyway, Bijay, you've joined us and we are very happy with your work. Are you happy with us?
Yes, obviously, sir. First of all, Udai Omni signing, that is a feel-good factor for me. Okay? And secondly, I would say, and I'm not sure whether you are aware about Dr. Badfri's era. When India was signing, all Indians were having a feel-good factor. That is what I feel. Feel-good factor when Udai Omni signing. That's all.
Thank you. So that, yeah. So I'm just randomly moving. If anybody wants to really say something funny, do put your hand up. So Pawan joined us when I think he was the 4th doctor or 5th doctor after Dr. Ved Prakash, one of the consultants to join us. He was quite junior actually, he wasn't really a consultant. He learnt a lot over the years. And we used to do a lot of knee replacements together in the old hospital.
Early morning.
Yes, so give us early morning. That's a very un-Hyderabadi thing to do, early morning. So what are your thoughts about, give us your best memories.
I joined here 15 years back in 2008. Raghudas sir took my interview in a small, his consultation room. He told me, what you learn here, Pawan, it's a very small hospital. Sir, I told, I didn't learn anything in my PG, this thing. I just heard about Ved Prakash sir and about you. So I went to Gurwa Reddy first. He told me that you have to wait for 2 years. Sir, I just need a job at any means. Ved Prakash sir told we have a duty doctor's job. Would you like to join? I said, no problem. I just want to learn. That's the family. And they have treated me like as a family. That's the reason I was retained here for so many years.
Good. Thank you so much for your service, Pawan. Rare to see doctors hang on for more than a few years. It's been nice to be associated with Pawan, and now he's one of the leading doctors in the in the unit. He keeps all the nurses very busy. Anybody else who would like to? You, Germany, kahan hai? Oh my God, Germany is here. So Jaimini's sister was with us for a number of years, long time. Without her, the theatre will not run, full stop. And so we were so grateful to Jaimini's sister for being with us in the old hospital, in the old Udai clinic, and she was the queen bee. You know, without Jaimini, I don't know how we would have managed three operations being done in the same theater at the same time, and she was managing it all. Jaimini, क्या बोलते हैं आप?
हम एक फैमिली के जैसा थे. फैमिली में हम शादी करे तो हमको छोड़ दिया, ससुराल में भेज दिया. ऐसा हो गया हमारा.
ऐसा हो गया क्या?
अब आपके क्लिनिक के वो तो हॉस्पिटल की यादें तो हमारे पास हमको हमेशा रहता है.
उनको भी आपके बहुत यादें हैं और अभी बहुत मिस करते हैं आपको. तो सीधा हमारे ओल्ड स्टाफ यहाँ पर बैठे हैं. किसी को देखना है, 25 साल से यहाँ पर हमारे साथ है ये लोग. So the good, I think everybody is. सत्यनारायण तो आएगा वो. Anybody else want to say a few words? हाँ, तो राजेश जी भी बहुत सालों से एसोसिएटेड है. बहुत लोग शायद नहीं जानते होंगे क्योंकि ये बिल्कुल खामोशी से अपना काम करते हैं, लेकिन बहुत बढ़िया काम करते हैं. तो ये बनाते ऑर्थोटिक्स, प्रोस्थेटिक्स, ये सब जो लोगों को स्पेशल जूते चाहिए या स्पेशल ब्रेसेस चाहिए या कुछ भी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीज़ जो हमको नहीं आती, हम लोग राजेश जी के पास जाते हैं. राजेश जी, क्या मेमोरीज है आपकी पहले पुराने हॉस्पिटल से?
मेमोरीज तो बहुत अच्छे हैं. मैं डॉक्टर वेद प्रकाश के साथ भी, डॉक्टर इंदुमती मैडम, बस उनसे धन्यवाद करना चाह रहा हूँ. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Rajesh, for your service. So, I think I will return back to the stage. Anybody? Any hands up? I don't see any hands up. Huh? Matilda. My father wants Matilda to say a few words.
First of all, I want to congratulate Ved sir. Congratulations, Ved sir, for 50 years. And this hospital is like my family. And I would like to, Udai sir has to tell about me, how do I work in Udai Omni Hospital. I think it's been 7 or 8 years. Yes. I'm here with Ved sir and Raghav sir. So now you have to tell, sir, about me.
There is no doubt that these ladies who are on the first floor are absolutely outstanding. I don't know how they deal with the crowds. I mean, if any of you, because even though I'm on the first floor, I'm behind the doors. I don't know, but there is absolute chaos on the first floor, and these people manage it so well, so calmly. Occasionally they lose it. I've seen it, but they are human beings. But these things happen. I think, unfortunately, we are in a job where patient is still the king, and they sometimes misbehave, and we have to face this all the time. Not only people like Matilda and staff, but also us as doctors. And these days, doctors are the target of the public in many hospitals, and the way they are treated is appalling, and I think public don't realize, and this has to be brought to their notice. I think hospitals should get stricter in the way they handle public, and the problem in most hospitals is that we freely allow people to walk in, and there is no control, and I think that has to change. So anyway, और कुछ बोलना है?
Yes, sir. And next goes to Raghav sir. This is the chance I got.
when you ask somebody in a crowd, we always say good things only. When the press is not there and nobody is videographing the whole thing, and the whole world, even Pratima is watching from Portugal there, and my children are watching this program. You are an asset, Matilda, and all of you.
We'll continue the program as everyone dines. I hope that's okay. So we invite everyone to please help yourself to some food and something nice to drink. The night is still young.
Thanks, Satish. Thank you so much for your kind and reassuring words, Dr. Prakash. We all are very inspired by your work ethic, and you keep all of us very busy. The next performance presents a dynamic duo. We've already seen Shanti perform, but this time she'll be joined by Manisha of Siddipet, who's been dancing since she was only 5 years old. Everyone, I present to you the dancing swans Manisha and Shanti.
Good evening to all. Congratulations to Dr. Ved Prakash sir, Indumati madam, Udai Prakash sir, Raghudas sir. So I started my career from this hospital. So after completing my graduation from Nagpur Government Medical College, I joined this hospital in 1988 till 2020. And I started this my career with little space, few equipment, limited staff. I started this one, and I got support from Dr. Raghudas sir, Ved Prakash sir, Indumati madam, all Uday sir. But starting, Dr. Ved Prakash sir and Indumati madam helped me a lot. So we could overcome all these problems. We had challenges, but they supported me. They supported like anything. They treated me like they're a family member, like a son, I can say, like a son. And now my journey started, and then become like this become big hospital, more space, more equipment, more staff, and more tension and more responsibility. So that was there. So and I got very good knowledge from Dr. Raghudat, all these three people, and we treated patient like anything. My motto was result-oriented treatment. Patient should get better. And anyhow, with any treatment, with psychological treatment, what it may be, but patient will get better, and they supported me. They said, I am sending a patient, treat that patient and get better that patient. So that was thing. So I am thanking very much. I am thankful to all these three people, and Ritu madam also, President madam also, they support me. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the persons you see in front of you each have contributed in their own way to the success of the hospital that we are here to celebrate. Let us give them a round of applause, a standing ovation, I might add, because each of them are among the longest serving employees of the hospital. I invite Dr. Udai Prakash to please say a few words and regale us about the contributions that each have made.
Just waiting for Zubair to join. So we are honoring the staff who have been with the old Udai Clinic from a very long time. And I think you've seen the young Satyanarayan on the pictures shown earlier. Narahari, Padma, Zarina, Komala and Yadamma. They've all been with us, helping the family of Udai Clinic as well as Dr. Ved Prakash's family for over 25 years. So that's why we are honoring them. I think these are the oldest staff we have with us. And Yadamma was a young girl. I think she was barely in her teens when she joined us.
There are 2 or 3 performances. Congratulations. Satnarayan. That's it.
Anyone is there to facilitate?
Dr. Karthik, Dr. Raza, would you also please be so kind as to join us on the stage?
Bouquets will
Yeah.
give you bouquets to
Yeah. Congratulations. Wait, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. And still we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Let's get the plaques in order. All right, all right. In no particular order.
that's the kind of courage it takes to see 50 years, right? All right. So for the next performance, right, I would just like to encourage the folks at the back. Please come forth just a little. We have a special treat for you. If everyone could just please come forth a little. This particular performance is going to be just a short skit, actually, prepared, rehearsed, choreographed, with help from Dr. Armana, the nursing team, as well as perhaps the medical team as well. Yes, you're up. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a skit for you. dancing skills. Ladies and gentlemen, for her Udai Omni dancing debut, we welcome Sister Shreya, joined by Sister Priyanka. Ladies and gentlemen.
Why? What is the problem? If they don't give registration details, don't register, send them out. You call for it, send them out. If they won't give the list, that's all.
Third floor staff. Third floor staff. Huh? Third floor staff. Third floor. Sister. Shut up. Chalo, start. Sister. Patient room number. Room number. ఏది కావాలి? ఒక్క నిమిషం కావాలి. Room number 204. 204 కాదు. 308 చెప్పారు. నువ్వేం చెప్తున్నావు? హలో రిసెప్షన్. హలో రిసెప్షన్. రూమ్ నెంబర్ 204 లో ఉంది అడ్మిషన్ పేపర్లో. మీ అటెండర్స్ వచ్చి 203 అడుగుతున్నారు. హలో, ఏంటమ్మా ఇంతసేపు అసలు ఏంది? రూమ్ నెంబర్ 308 అన్నారు. ఇది ఖాళీగా ఉందా? సరే, ఇప్పుడు ఖాళీగా ఉందా? రండి. ఏమైందండి? నిన్న this one is bed now. Is calling bell. Even awesome. Bell press. Okay, thank you. Bell. Ring 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 ring. రావాలి. చెప్పండి మేడం, ఏమైంది? ఏందమ్మా అంతా డస్ట్ గా ఉంది. టేబుల్ క్లీన్ చేశారా లేదా? అట్ట చూస్తావా? హలో మ్యామ్, సిస్టర్ ఏంది ఇది? క్లీన్ లేదు, క్లీన్ చేయించు. ఓకే ఓకే, హౌస్ కీపింగ్ బిల్లు మ్యామ్ పిలుస్తాను. క్లీన్ ఆయమ్మా పావనండి 3లో ఏం క్లీన్ చేసావమ్మా? ఏం చేసావు? నీ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ని ఫస్ట్ పిలువు. ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు చేపిస్తాము, వెయిట్ చేయండి. ఏందమ్మా, రూమ్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ నీట్గా ఉండాలి. నీట్గా లేదు, కాకపోతే నిన్న డిశ్చార్జ్ అయిన పేషెంట్ అట్లా అని చెప్పేసి క్లీన్ చేయండి. అట్లా ఎట్లా పెడతారమ్మా మీరు? ఒక్క నిమిషం పంపిస్తాం, ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగండి. ఫస్ట్ క్లీన్ చేయండి. మీరు బెడ్ ఖాళీగానే ఉంది, మీరు పడుకోండి, వచ్చాక వాళ్ళని చేపిస్తాము. వేరే వాళ్ళని పిలు. హలో మేడం.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to SITI VISION. Present, we are at Udai Omni 50th celebrations, and we are having with Udai Prakash sir, who is celebrating the 50th celebrations. Sir, tell me about the 50th celebrations, the path you have travelled, what are the scopes you are having upcoming 50 years.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Udai Prakash. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Udai Omni Hospital. My father started Udai Omni 50 years ago, and it was a time when there were no other private hospitals serving the needs, orthopedic needs of the city. And there were government hospitals, but obviously there was a need for private hospitals where better care would be taken. So it was purely founded when my father felt that there was a absolute need for orthopedic hospital, and he wasn't really going anywhere in a public hospital, having come back from UK. And as he expanded his name across the city, he became slowly a well-established name in Hyderabad, and then slowly across the state and country, and later on internationally from Middle East as well. So we, myself, Dr. Udai, being his son, it was a natural process for me to get into orthopedics, and having trained in the UK, I came back with more expertise in orthopedics, and then we moved on from where we were to the current hospital, which is much more modern, and we have introduced the latest techniques in management of orthopedic problems. And of course, I've been training a lot of junior doctors, and we've been fortunate to have been joined by many other orthopedic specialists in various disciplines of orthopedics, which includes tumors, pediatrics, spines, and many other branches of orthopedics.
Sir, how can we see Udai Omni Hospital from other hospitals? What is the exact unique things which we have?
The unique thing about Udai Omni Hospital, I think, is that we are not interested in expanding. We are here to nurture talent. We are here not for any making any money or business or expanding from one place to have another 5 other branches. We cannot multiply talent. We have to nurture talent, slowly grow organically. So my vision for Udai Omni is to train as many doctors as possible in the ethical way of medicine. First, recognizing that the patient is a human being, and then of course comes the problems of that human being. So it is important for us to maintain that ethics that my father had laid down, and just to stay where we are, to grow talent and for them to expand.
So we can say that the motto of the Udai Omni is service to the people, and the main the service and the responsibilities we will be taking.
So the motto of Udai Omni Hospital is that your health is our happiness. Your health is not our business. And we would like our doctors to remember that, and wherever they are going to go after being trained here, they should follow the path that has been laid down by Udai Omni and his predecessors.
Actually, we know that Udai Omni Hospital is a specialist for the spine and that orthopedic. Is it true, sir?
So when we moved into the new hospital, people still knew us as an orthopedic hospital, but we actually have a lot of talent in non-orthopedic specialties like intensive care, medicine, pulmonology, and we have other branches of medicine that we are now practicing, and we would like people to be aware that we are not just orthopedics, but we are experts in other branches of medicine, which includes all the specialties that I just mentioned.
So coming next 50 years, how can we see the Udai Omni?
So Udai Omni is not a hospital that is going to expand much more from where it is. We would like, if we get popular, if people realize what we really are, we would perhaps expand a little bit. But we are here to serve the people. We are here to give you a true opinion, and we will be here in the next 50 years to give you a true, genuine, ethical opinion of your problem, and to treat you as best as we can within our means.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We can see that the motto of the Udai Omni is the service of the people, and that there is no such thing should be done with a commercial mode. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Present manto Raghav Datta sir unnaru, one of the director of the Udai Omni Hospital. 50th celebration సందర్భంగా సార్ మనతో కొన్ని షేర్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు. చెప్పండి సార్, ఎలా మీరు సెలబ్రేట్ చేస్తున్నారు? 50 ఇయర్స్ మీ ట్రావెల్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? దాంట్లో మీరున్న సాధించిన గొప్పతనాలు ఏంటి?
సెలబ్రేషన్స్ అన్నవి హాస్పిటల్ దవాఖానా అంటాం, ఆసుపత్రి అంటాం. ఇప్పుడు మా హాస్పిటల్కి వస్తున్నారు. 50 ఏళ్ల క్రితం మన దేశంలోనే ఒక ఆర్థోపెడిక్ హాస్పిటల్ ప్రైవేట్ సెక్టర్లో అన్న కాన్సెప్టే లేదు. అటువంటిది 50 ఏళ్ల క్రితం ఈ హాస్పిటల్ హైదరాబాద్లో స్టార్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది. నేను 39 ఏళ్ల నుంచి ఈ హాస్పిటల్లో పనిచేస్తున్నాను యాజ్ ఎ స్పైన్ సర్జన్. మేము ఇప్పుడే మాకు ఇంటర్నేషనల్ రికగ్నిషన్ వచ్చింది ఒక స్పైన్ రీసెర్చ్ మీద. ఈ హాస్పిటల్, ఈ 100 బెడెడ్ హాస్పిటల్ నుంచి ప్రపంచమంతా లెక్చర్స్ ఇవ్వడం, టీచింగ్ చేయడం, పబ్లికేషన్స్ చేయడం, పుస్తకాలు రాయడం, అనేక విధాలుగా మన దేశంలో కాకుండా బయట దేశంలోని స్పైన్ సర్జన్స్ని వాళ్ళకు ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వడం, వాళ్ళకు ఫెలోషిప్స్ ఇవ్వడం, ఇవన్నీ చేస్తున్నాం. దీన్ని నేను సైలెంట్ రెవల్యూషన్ అంటాను. సైలెంట్ రెవల్యూషన్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూస్తూనే ఉంటారు మీడియాలో కానీ, న్యూస్ పేపర్స్లో కానీ, వేరే ఇతర కమ్యూనికేటింగ్ ఛానల్స్ వల్ల కానీ చాలామంది అడ్వర్టైజ్మెంట్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి. 50 ఏండ్ల నుంచి ఉన్న ఈ హాస్పిటల్ పగలు రాత్రి ఉదయం 24/7 ఒక హైదరాబాద్ ప్రజలకు 50 ఏండ్ల నుంచి సేవలు చేస్తుంది. ఈరోజు కూడా ఆర్థోపెడిక్స్ అంటే ఒక నిజాయితీపరమైన హాస్పిటల్. చాలామంది డాక్టర్లు ఉంటారు, చాలా హాస్పిటల్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి హైదరాబాద్లో, మన దేశంలో. కానీ ఏ ఒక్క హాస్పిటల్ కన్నా మాకన్నా నిజాయితీపరంగా ఆపరేషన్స్ చేయడం కానీ, ట్రీట్మెంట్లు ఇవ్వడం కానీ, క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ కేర్ అంటే పేషెంట్ యొక్క రక్షణ. అమెరికాలో ఏ దేశంలో, ఇంగ్లాండ్లో, జర్మనీలో, ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో, జపాన్లో ఎట్లా ఇస్తామో అటువంటి ట్రీట్మెంట్లు ఇక్కడ ఇస్తాం. రీసెర్చ్లో ఉన్నాం, సైంటిఫిక్ రీసెర్చ్లో. G20 నేషన్స్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు G20 గురించి ప్రేక్షకులందరూ వినే ఉంటారు. దానిలో స్పైన్ 20 ఉన్నది. దానికి నేను ఇండియన్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ దాకా. సో దేశాల్లో, విదేశాల్లో మన యొక్క వాళ్లకు కూడా చదువులు చెప్పి టీచింగ్లో, ట్రైనింగ్లో కొన్ని వందల మంది డాక్టర్స్కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చాము ఈ హాస్పిటల్లో. ఇప్పుడు కూడా పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తాం. వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ వెరీ గుడ్ అకాడమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. మా యొక్క పబ్లికేషన్స్ వరల్డ్ అంతా వెళ్తున్నాయి. ఇది సామాన్య ప్రజలకు తెలియదు. ఇది మా అచీవ్మెంట్, మా సక్సెస్.
సార్, బిఫోర్ కరోనా అండ్ ఆఫ్టర్ కరోనా ఎలాంటి చేంజెస్ చూశారు? అలాంటి పేషెంట్స్ ఎలా వస్తున్నారు? వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చే మీరు టిప్స్ ఏంటంటే సార్? అంటే ఉదయం నుంచి చాలా వరకు చాలామంది పేషెంట్స్ హెల్తీగా ఉండి వెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. కానీ మీరు దాన్ని ఎలా పాటిస్తున్నారు బిఫోర్ కరోనాకి, ఆఫ్టర్ కరోనా?
మేము పేషెంట్స్ తోటి చాలా సమయం స్పెండ్ చేస్తాం. అది వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. కరోనా అన్నది ఒక జబ్బు, అందరికీ తెలుసు, ఇది వచ్చింది. ఇలాగే ప్రతి 10 ఏళ్లకు కొన్ని వ్యాధులు వస్తూ ఉంటాయి, ప్రపంచమంతా పాకుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ అది చాలా ఎక్కువైపోయినది. ప్రజల్లో ఇంతకు ముందులాగా లేదు. ఒక దేశం నుంచి ఇంకొక దేశం వెళ్ళడం, దీనివల్ల జబ్బులు కూడా ఎక్కువగా ప్రపంచమంతా స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతున్నాయి. మేము చెప్పేది ఒకటే, 90% మందికి నా ఉద్దేశం ప్రకారం హాస్పిటల్స్ వచ్చే అవసరం లేదు. మనందరం కూడా చెట్లు నాటాలి. మనందరం కూడా ఈ కాలుష్యం, పొల్యూషన్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో దీనివల్లనే మనకు జబ్బులు వస్తున్నాయి. అండ్ భారతదేశంలో నా మెయిన్ ప్రాబ్లం మెంటల్ స్ట్రెస్. చిన్న పిల్లల దగ్గర నుంచి, స్కూల్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి, కాలేజెస్ దగ్గర నుంచి, ఈ ఎంప్లాయీస్ దగ్గర నుంచి, ఐటీ సెక్టర్, బ్యాంక్స్, గవర్నమెంట్ అఫీషియల్స్ అందరూ కూడా స్ట్రెస్లో పడిపోయారు. మనందరం కూడా మన యొక్క గ్రాండ్ పేరెంట్స్, మన తాత ముత్తాతలు ఎట్లా ఉన్నారో ఫిజికల్ వర్క్ చేసి, ఎక్సర్సైజులు చేసి, ప్రతిరోజు 1 గంట 30 నిమిషాలు మన బాడీకి టైం ఇచ్చి, ఎవరైతే చేయగలుగుతారో మెడిటేషన్లు అవన్నీ చేసి ఆరోగ్యంగా ఉండాలి. 90% మంది ఆరోగ్యంగా ఈ ఎక్సర్సైజ్లు ఇవన్నీ చేస్తే కరోనా కానివ్వండి, వేరేది ఏమైనా కానివ్వండి, డాక్టర్లు అవసరం లేదు, హాస్పిటల్స్ అవసరం లేదు. ఇది మనందరి బాధ్యత.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ సార్. ఇదండి మనకి ప్రస్తుతానికి 50 years ఉదయ్ ఓమ్ని హాస్పిటల్ సెలబ్రేషన్స్ చాలా గ్రాండ్గా చేసుకోవడం జరిగింది. ఇందులో భాగంగా ఉదయ్ ప్రకాష్ సార్ మరియు రాఘవ దత్ గారు కూడా పాల్గొనడం, సభ్యులు మొత్తం హాస్పిటల్ సిబ్బంది కూడా పాల్గొనడం జరిగింది. కెమెరామెన్ శిక్షణతో శ్రీకాంత్, సిటీ విజన్, హైదరాబాద్. వీ హ్యావ్ సతీష్ రఘు, GM for the Udai Omni Hospital, Nampally branch. Let us know some information about the hospital. Tell me, sir, something, there is be something special, different from other hospitals. What is the Udai Omni Hospital motto and what are the service we are providing?
Well, our motto is "Your health is our happiness," and I think that it resonates very well with the people of Hyderabad and Telangana, because the principle, I think I've discussed it earlier in the program, the principle of our foundation itself, where we found our genesis, is in Dr. Ved Prakash leaving a very cushy lifestyle in the UK and coming to India to basically develop the healthcare industry in the city of Hyderabad particularly. where there were many clubfoot injuries, etc. Him being an orthopedic surgeon has helped many families who were not able to perform this type of surgery privately, etc. And he's also trained a lot of doctors, a lot of surgeons. So I think that principle still resonates very deeply with the staff and the management of the hospital. And we have patients who've been coming to us for decades. We have families who know us on a personal level. It's really not funny, the type of empathy, the type of attention to detail that goes into each and every element of our patient care approach. It really is something that sets us apart. So for example, Dr. Ved Prakash, when he's counseling a patient, he actually might know the grandparents, he might know the parents, he knows that family for generations. It's a personal connection, a personal touch and a personal bond. I think that really sets us apart from a transactional approach where patients just come for something, they get it done and they go away. It doesn't work like that with us.
So apart from service, what are the equipments we are having, and how can we get complete information about the Udai Omni Hospital?
Yeah. So we have a very extensive website, to be quite honest, and while the hospital started as an orthopedic hospital, right now we are a multi-specialty hospital. We've developed, we've evolved, and now that's where we are today. Coming to equipment, as you asked, we have laminar airflow technology in our operation theatres, in our MICUs, in our ICUs. So basically it just guarantees that the infection controls are there. We adhere very strictly to all NABH protocols to ensure that with each and every procedure done at the hospital, it is done in a very hygienic environment where everything is sterile, the chances of infections are very low and reduced. We have even invested in some technologies. For example, we have a surgical microscope that is currently being used by our spinal department for the purposes of ensuring that there's a strict precision in each incision. I think it speaks volumes about our levels of investment in technology, and we are continuing to tread on that path. So our physiotherapy department, for example, we've played in the last probably 12 months or so, we've placed at least about 5 to 10 lakhs of investment in equipment for the purposes, including of laser physiotherapy as well, for the purposes of making sure that each touch point that the patient has with our hospital, it's a very precise interaction. The outcomes are much better. I think that's why a lot of people tend to come to us, because it's not just that personal connect, but the outcomes that come from our procedures and our medical practice, it's much better.
So lastly, what is the message you want to say to the public or the people, the patient?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to choosing your doctor, choosing your hospital, you should be doing that very conscientiously. I think me as a person, I tend to do a lot of research. So it goes without saying that if you check our hospital, you will see a lot of verifiable, tangible testimonials shared by our patients. And I think that in itself speaks a lot of volumes. So what I would share with the people of Telangana, the people of Hyderabad and beyond, is that our hospital is a hospital that genuinely cares. We are not a hospital that does a lot of unnecessary procedures, and I think more than that, we try to, as much as possible, be conservative with our levels of intervention.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable information. Thank you.